Pardon of the late civil rights activist Homer Plessy is awaiting the signature of Governor John Bel Edwards.
On November 12th, the Louisiana Board of Pardons voted unanimously to pardon Plessy for his conviction in the late 1800s of sitting in a whites-only train car. Tonight, Meg Ferris reports some of the people who made that pardon happen after 125 years finally got to meet each other.
Hey, Murray, how you doing?
It was a first-time meeting, 15 years in the making, and a historic one at that. LSU Health Vice Chancellor Edwin Murray finally getting to talk with the great descendants of two people who made civil rights history.
To meet people who actually have lineage to this case, because this is one of these landmark cases of the Supreme Court, it's a pretty big deal to be able to meet him.
Keith Plessy is the descendant of Homer Plessy, who refused to give up his seat in a whites-only train car in the late 1800s. Phoebe Ferguson is the descendant of Judge John Howard Ferguson, the one who found Homer Plessy guilty. And Ed Murray was a state senator in 2006 who wrote the Avery Alexander Act. That allowed civil rights pioneers to be pardoned for convictions for violating racially discriminatory laws. The act passed unanimously.
So on this list of co-authors, I have Republicans, Democrats, blacks, whites, you name it, from all across the state.
Wow.
So it was received pretty well.
Keith and Phoebe run the Plessy Ferguson Foundation to educate about the historic Supreme Court case.
To have Avery Alexander's name attached to Homer Plessy, it just warms my heart.
Oh, it's fantastic. I mean, it really is wonderful. We've been wanting to meet Senator Murray and also had, just so many questions.
It was former Senator Murray's law that allowed Keith and Phoebe and the DA's office to pursue getting a pardon for Homer Plessy a few weeks ago. That's 125 years after the conviction.
I know that it's going to change how this case is taught from now on.
This is one of the cases every law student has to study.
And it's been all happening so fast that it's sometimes hard to keep up with. But it's all good things happening at one time.
Now, the governor's office says it is planning a big ceremony for the day that they sign the pardon. That could either be in the next couple of weeks or the end of the first week in January. Meg Ferris, Eyewitness News.